Hey everyone, welcome to today's video where I'm diving into one of the most intense and complex periods of the 20th century, the Cold War. Buckle up as we explore the origins, key events and lasting impact of this global struggle for power. So where did it all begin? The Cold War kicked off right after World War II in 1947. The world's two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union, found themselves staring each other down, each with a different vision for the post-war world. The US backed democracy and capitalism, while the Soviet Union pushed for communism. This ideological clash set the stage for a geopolitical chess game that lasted over 4 decades. Even though the two superpowers never faced off directly in battle, they engaged in a series of proxy wars, espionage and intense political maneuvering. One of the first major events? The Berlin Blockade in 1948. Stalin tried to cut off all road and rail routes to West Berlin, hoping to force the Allies out. But the US and its allies responded with the Berlin Airlift, flying in supplies around the clock for almost a year. It was a clear demonstration that neither side was backing down. Fast forward to 1962, and we hit one of the scariest moments of the Cold War, the Cuban Missile Crisis. The Soviet Union placed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just 90 miles off the coast of Florida. For 13 tense days, the world stood on the brink of nuclear war. Luckily, cooler heads prevailed, and both sides agreed to pull back. Then there's the space race, a thrilling competition for technological and ideological supremacy. The Soviet Union struck first, launching Sputnik in 1957, the world's first artificial satellite. Not to be outdone, the US landed astronauts on the moon in 1969, a giant leap for mankind. This race wasn't just about space. It was about proving which system was superior. But the Cold War wasn't all about standoffs and competition. It also had profound impacts on everyday life and culture. The fear of nuclear annihilation seeped into movies, books, and even school drills. Remember those duck and cover exercises? Yeah, those were a direct result of Cold War anxieties. By the time we reached the 1980s, the Soviet Union was struggling economically and politically. Enter Mikhail Gorbachev with his policies of glasnost and perestroika, aimed at reforming the system. These changes, combined with mounting pressure from the US under President Reagan, eventually led to the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. Just 2 years later, the Soviet Union itself dissolved, marking the end of the Cold War. So, what's the legacy of the Cold War? Beyond the immediate impacts, it reshaped international relations, leading to the formation of military alliances like NATO and the Warsaw Pact. It also accelerated technological advancements, many of which we benefit from today. And let's not forget, the ideological battle between democracy and communism still influences global politics. Thanks for sticking around as we unpacked this fascinating period of history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into history. Catch you next time.